Once upon a time, evil spirits dwelled here in these parts, and in a sense, they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherdin. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a Noah. Everyone called him Old Yegor. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man. I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard, which meant that he would pass straight to hell. As for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno. To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Yegor kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
I slept poorly last night. Been waiting, hoping for you to return, but you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where are you headed? From relatives, and from the warm summer, you departed. There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems. Cold Mother Earth. There isn't even a churchyard fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this knowledge from Grandpa, though I know what you thought of that. But there's no other choice. I'll drag you from that road myself. Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long. They didn't bury him in the holy ground. I need to go to the crossroads. The pine needles are golden with the sun already. He guards Vilgard, it seems. I have to go to the crossroads. I have nothing to do in the village. Spring is so hot this year.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
where have you been? It will be midnight soon. Everything you need for the ritual you'll find over there. Take the candles, we'll light them and draw a circle.
The crosses look old. It seems people were buried here quite some time ago. Cherdyn, 16 miles. Solikamsk, 102 miles. Nyrop, 21 miles.
Well done, Vasilisa. Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
I've made a circle. Is it all right, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
You think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge. Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it. Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book? The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it. And I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat, but bestow me with knowledge of the dark and eyes with vision sharp. So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon. Time for your first Zagavar. Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar. Good job, Vasya. This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it. Take that, you mangy hellhound! Well, now, Vasya, answer this maw. You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
you, Vasilisa. I should congratulate you. For the first seal is open. Only 6 remain. Oh, but will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely.
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven, on earth, or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
How do I open the seals?
Oh. Can't figure it out by yourself, girl? I'm disappointed in you.
What sort of devil are you?
How rude, Vasilisa. I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a koldun. We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I name you a witch. How many demons will you take on for your service?
Surely I will only need one at most.
We do not assign fewer than 3 imps, Vasilisa. I'll pick out the best among Yegor's old imps for you. Now go. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seals.
Vasilisa. You know I'm glad to see you. I've been waiting for you. I knew that he wouldn't be able to hold you. My guards told me about you long ago. But you took the book with such skill.
This is my book. You thought you'd get away with it?
What are you talking about, girl? I wanted to give it back to you. Only such a powerful sorcerer as yourself can harness its might. We'll need a dead sorcerer for the dead seal. That's what it says, right? My sight is not as good as it used to be, child.
I'm not a child. There are 2 kolduns here. I think the book will be satisfied with you.
What a smart girl. But I won't do. I gave all my chorts to Alexander, unlike some other kolduns. I am not much of a witch these days. But then again, we have to get to the crossroads for the ritual, right? Oh, my memory's not so good, you know.
That's none of your business.
Well, well, I know what is needed. Fine, fine. We'll go together to the crossroads and I will help you. We'll do everything together, girl.
Stop spinning your yarn. I know that you only want to get the hold of the wish.
Why? Oh, why would I need it, Vasilisa, darling? The fact is that we want the same thing.
So you want to free my beloved from hell?
Of course I do. I want to help you. Not that Alexander, that liar, he only spins his wishes for himself. That damn chort. Everything is in fact very simple. We should get rid of all the demons. And then, when there are no demons left, who is to keep your boy in hell?
You believe that the book can kill all the demons? I don't know about that. Why would that chort help me then?
Well, yeah, the legend says so, doesn't it? Just imagine, no kolduns, no devil. We'll live as if in heaven itself. Well, let's join forces.
Nice story, but I'm not buying it. Why should I believe the one who imprisoned me and locked me up? He would have helped me in the beginning as my grandpa if you really wanted to.
Your grandpa? You think that he's helping you? He never loved you. He doesn't care about you a bit, as I don't care about Alexander.
Lies!
Don't believe me? And why do we take apprentices? You know it yourself, so that the chorts will let us pass away. He needed you solely for that reason. And I know that well. I need that damn nobleman for the exact same reason. Well, let's be frank with each other. We women have to stick together. I'll help you open the seal, as a friend.
You're worse than the chorts. It would suit me better be friends with Satan himself.
Damn wench! Your man doesn't need such a fool anyway. You think I can't handle you? Don't you see what demon I have in my service? This is the Permian Chirang himself. He will guide you to the afterlife.
find your acquaintances free of the spinner's witchcraft when you escape the dungeon. They are still dazed a bit, but you feel that this sorcery will soon subside. You find a belt spun from cobwebs nearby. Without the witch's curse, it will make a fine amulet.
I've dealt with this spinner at last. And now to find old Yegor. She was lying, right?
I don't see your destiny. No, your fate is in the fog, as if Warsa himself is there to shroud it.
Very well. Now back home, to Vilgard. Grandpa, are you here? Grandpa! There's no one.
Darkness, fog, dark, dark.
Wait, there's something inside the stove. This bottle. Kupala's ointment. Why would Grandpa need it?
Wants to fly like I do.
I wish we could have made it earlier. Almost empty. This much won't increase my powers, but I'll be able to fly. And you should stay home. I'll find him quickly with this. I just need a moment to catch my breath. Soon your coffin lid will break. I'll take you out from that road. From the afterlife myself. I've broken all the seals but one. I've done so much. I've suffered so much. And so many people have helped me. One was turned into a wolf before I saved him. And saved another from werewolves. I've been everywhere. Walked every road to get to Yerisba without doors and windows. I've been to a hidden village and saved it from the fog. I've walked all over, my shoes almost worn to bits, to perform the ritual of the fern flower. I met an evil witch in the town of Cherning and cleansed the possessed icon and healed Iskor from the fever. For you, I took the flower, the color of the sun itself. I don't need to send a letter to bring you this news. I will get to you myself. Just you wait. Just be strong for a little while longer. I'll wash myself off in the waters, and all of this sorcery of mine will be gone. I don't know what to do. What to think of my grandpa. Where is he now? My father. My mentor. What is he up to? You can't help me from beneath Mother Earth. Even if he's up to no good, he won't stop me. I won't be stopped at the very door. It is not in vain that I've opened the seals. I feel a great power in me. It will be enough to bring you back to me. Why did you make the ointment? You didn't say anything about it to me. If we need it for the seals, then you should have told me. I could have helped you. Together we would...
Vasilisa, I don't know whether I can do this. I must.
Grandpa, what are you saying?
Vasilisa, only one seal is left. The time has come to give me back the book.
What about my wish?
Believe me, you won't need it.
I don't understand. You wanted to take the book from me this whole time? So the spinner was telling the truth. You raised me just to give your chorts to someone?
So what? As if you didn't know it yourself. Didn't I teach you what it means to be a koldun? I've always wanted what is best for you. And you? I want to be a peasant, want to get married. Ha! Didn't you see how these peasant women live? Every second child they bear dies in his sleep. I raised you as a witch. You would have been forfeit were it not for me.
Grandpa, I'm grateful for what you've done, and I always will be. But the book? You wanted to help me with my beloved one yourself, didn't you?
I know well enough what you need, girl. You always listen to what I say. Now do the same and give me back the book.
I can't, Grandpa. I need this wish. I have to save him.
Don't argue back with your grandfather. I don't want to harm you, girl, but I need the book. We mustn't waste the wish on that no-good boy of yours.
I don't want to harm you, Grandpa.
Give back the book, and Zagavars won't be necessary.
Enough, Grandpa! The book gives me so much power! I don't want to harm you!
Don't be arrogant, granddaughter. I've scolded you so many times, and I will do my parental duty one last time. I know what's better for you. Breaking the last seal of the book. You think that's an easy feat, do you? Better if I did that. I'm old and beyond forgiveness.
Stop it! I'll forgive you, and we'll live as we used to!
You forgive me? You think your beloved one killed himself? I did everything for your sake, even forfeiting my own salvation!
No. This can't be.
That was the only way to become a true koldun!
No. No! I loved you so much! But you've ruined everything! Why?
I know what's good for you, Bailichkas.
Grandpa! Just look at yourself!
Damn sorcery takes its toll. Enough fooling around. Give me the book. Vasha, I'll make everything right.
How? How can you change everything that you've done? Not for your sorcery. Everything could have been fine. I would live a simple life, like everyone else in Vilgar. I never needed your chorts!
Ha! You don't know yourself well enough? If not for me, the Vilgort rebel would have sent you to the graveyard faster than you'd learn your first word. But enough of this, Vasilisa. I know you'll never forgive me. And you won't have to. I'll turn the tides of time back with my will. There won't be anything, neither Prokopi, nor Timoshka, nor the book itself. She would never leave the Sukharev's tower. There will be nothing then. Neither my horns, nor your grief.
I don't believe you. I don't!
You needn't hold on to your book. It's true that your fiancé is dealing with chorts. Passing aerial toll houses, I bet. Soon he'll meet St. Peter at the gates.
And that's why I need to give you the book? How can I trust you?
You'll have to, Vasilisa. This book is mine! Mine!
You're not even human anymore, Grandpa! Look what your sins have done to you!
There is little time left, Vasilisa.
You won't get it back. Stand back, Grandpa!
And let you rob us of this one chance? Never! So this is true!
Grandpa!
You were right when you said you were much too powerful for a toothless koldun like me. I don't regret my decision. Who cares about your man? But I did what I had to do for my granddaughter. Just look at yourself. The Perm Gubernia has never seen such a powerful witch. There perhaps hasn't been one so powerful even in the whole of Russia!
I don't want to kill you, Grandpa!
Enough! Do what you must. I didn't raise a weakling. You wouldn't have broken the seals otherwise, even if you were thrice destined to do so. I am ready to face the abyss. I always have been. Russia! The time has come to break the seventh seal!
It is the book who is to blame for all of this.
No! Wait!
Let it burn in the hellfire of its creation. I'm in hell again. But what of my wish? What is that? What the devil are you?
Welcome, my lady.
What's going on? I can raise my hand to cross myself.
You were initiated a long time ago, Vasilisa. And now you are here, before the gates of hell. It means that the baptism is undone. Now you will have to manage without the sign of cross. However, there is little strength in human prayers. But don't despair, since the Black Book is with you.
You won't get it.
You shouldn't let wild fear assail your soul. That would cause you to recoil from the noblest of solutions. I know that many wish for its power. I don't need it. My power is in my connections. I only wish to help you, my lady. Please let me be your guide.
You know my name, but I don't know yours, it seems.
Prince Citri at your service.
What a strange name.
The name Vasilisa seems weird, as well to the ear of a demonic creature.
So it's here? The Abyss?
Before you are the gates poets sing about. You've came all this way, but I never doubted your strength for a moment.
So you knew about me.
For a long time, I believed that you would reach the Black Book, my lady.
I'm no lady. Just a girl from Vigor.
Oh, but the one who broke all the seals has so much more power than an ordinary girl. Much more. I'm here to guide you, like Virgil. It is not an easy journey through wilderness of hell.
I came here for... I don't even know who or what to look for. Was it all in vain? No. I must find a way.
A wish? It is true. The wish of the one who opens the Black Book will be fulfilled.
How can I make the book fulfill it?
But who am I to know this? Just a mere prince. The only place where we can find the answers is the throne of hell.
Then guide me to this throne. And how much time is left until the 40th day is over?
Don't worry, my lady. Time passes differently. And will be as swift as the hounds of hell. But what is that? Several demons are flying towards us. The rumors have already spread, it seems. They are flying to get your help. Hell is fickle. It shows itself in different guises to every visitor. To get to the center of the abyss, we need to overcome your first trial. That is to pass the Palace of Andromeles. You will know everything in due time. Yes, The gates never cease to impress with their sophisticated monumentality.
Ah, you're here, my mistress. You're here! And just in time, just in time!
I'm not your mistress, evil spirit.
Oh, my lady, my lady!
Enough babbling, lad.
Citri! Citri!
What a useless spirit. Either speak clearly or be gone.
A spirit with use, yes, with use, with presence even. We've heard, my lady, that you are familiar with the art of cards. Who else better to help us than you? A Cossack is here and he's playing Durak for his hat. We have to win. Win him with an evil spin.
Where is he? Very well. I will help.
He's here, here, at the tar pits. Turn towards the guts and bones. We're waiting, waiting, patiently waiting.
How generous you are. Don't be afraid. It won't keep you very long. You're here, mistress.
You are the demon I saved from the spinner's cocoon, right?
Yes, that was me. It said the chort's ungrateful. All lies. In my nook I've hid a nice present for you. If you wish, madam, please come visit my place. I won't deter you much longer, my mistress.
The gates of hell exhale furious flames as they fix an eternal gaze upon you. They are surrounded by throngs of demons as black as night. Some roar, some bark like rabid dogs, some howl wolfishly, and others grunt like evil pigs. All of this fills the air with an unbearable cacophony. The imps rejoice when you approach. Suddenly, everything is silent, and the hateful gates begin to make a speech.
And no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. But are you worthy? He won't who has opened it and broken the seals.
He fell back into his old ways. He shall offer passage to ones who wish be elsewhere, and trials for those whose fate has brought them here.
How can I prove that I'm worthy?
We will see. Come closer.
You approach the fiery maw, and unwittingly shield your eyes from the burning inferno. You feel the searing gaze of the hellish gates upon you. If this ordeal continues any longer, it might cause you to ignite like a simple match. But the flames slowly die down, and now the way is open.
You are worthy.
A burning inferno that rages in the open maw dwindles down, and finally you are able to step under the dome of hell itself. Your guide snarls with a hint of approval before following you into the pandemonium. An abominable view of the hellish outskirts lies before you. A rocky slope gradually descends and disappears into a murky abyss. The darkness is torn by fiery lava flows appearing somewhere below. A narrow bridge spans the chasm and gradually descends. Demons are swarming amongst the rocks with their ghastly visages of pork snouts and muzzles of dogs, goats, and horses. They turn their evil beaks, having noticed your approach.
Andel?
Mendel!
Gandel? My, it's so good in hell!
Get out of my way, you haired spawn! I'm heading for the throne and don't have time for you.
Oh, Vasilisa. Some demons can't temper their evil passions.
Right you are, Citri. Get the hell out of our circle.
Wait a moment, guys. What are we waiting for? There's nothing better than the 6th department.
Come on, bring the pan and light the logs.
I'm not in your clutches yet.
She's alive? That's true. And this one beside her. This one?
A book. No seals.
Well, we are better off then. Yes, let's quickly retire.
Not so soon, you demons. How can I get to the throne of hell?
Oh, it's quite simple, really.
Hell is alive, just as you are.
I will guide you. Yes!
But our circle has only one exit. Through our boss, yes.
Andromedius! Andromedius? He lives in the Palace of Evil. You have to follow the boiling rivers from the tar pits together.
Yeah, go there. Be careful not to fall from the bridge, though.
What do you mean when you say you're the 6th?
There are other departments in addition to us. Yes, we're working the 6th toll house.
We are responsible for our clients, you know?
For whom?
For the ones that pass through here.
Sinners, you mean?
Oh, yes.
You know of this book, then?
Certainly. And so it has been said, according to legend. There's a legend.
It will fulfill the wish of a koldun.
Great power! Great glory!
I don't have time for these demons. It is unfortunate that you are in my way.
Spare us, mistress.
This is not the place to ask for mercy.
Howling chorts turn to a shameful retreat. You close the book and take one more look at the infernal landscape that you've seen only in old icons up until now. The chorts crowd around the cast iron cart. It seems that one of the horned spirits is being scolded by the others. When they notice you, they start up an almost incomprehensible howling, from which you understand only one fact. It is you who robbed them of an entire wagon full of sinners. Demons rush to attack you, still cursing the kolduns. The chorts dissolve in the wild inferno. The sinners thank you for freeing them from the hateful fire, even though it is only for a short time. At the top of an especially high, hellish rock, you find the cozy burrow of a chort that you know. Looking back, you freeze in fear and wonder as you look upon a view of such dread and magnificence that you have never seen. The exhausted demon thanks you once again and pulls out a red rag from somewhere in his burrow. After whispering some demonic zagavar over it, he hands you his gift. You can't help but to admire the eerie expanses of the underworld. You rest a bit and are ready to continue on your way. A twisted bridge leads you to the boiling tar pits in the Golden Sands. Sinners emerge once and again from the black slurry, trying to get hold of the shining banks, but each time they are driven back under the merciless blows of demonic pitchforks. The chort overseers seem to mistake you for an escaped sinner and attack. Among the barren rocks of the underworld, you find a murky grotto. A flock of wailing demons has surrounded a frightened Cossack. He sits at a table where everything is ready for a game of Durak. Imps return the Cossack's hat before disappearing. A delight.
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you knowledge. I can help you gain a better grasp of your book and all the wisdom contained within.
You have almost reached the bizarre Palace of Evil. Your steps echo among the ornate spires of this strange building. Citri knows the way and leads you to the very chambers of the palace's master. You notice many open chests filled to the brim with golden rubles. Perhaps it is worth replenishing your supplies. You fill your pockets with money and continue on your way. Behind the heavy gates lies a heap of treasure, gold and other riches 1,000 times more impressive than the one you saw in Vodinoy's palace. A black throne sits atop the shimmering mountain.
Well, well. Who do we have here, dear me?
Count Andromeles.
Oh, is it you, Citri? Well, well. You've brought your beauty. This is the witch that broke the seals, I presume?
How can we reach the throne of hell?
This is not how we do business these days. No, we don't. We really don't. And what about the book, lads? Why does she still have it? Respond! Will ya?
This is the same black book of legendary repute.
Oh, I know all about this Koldun's black books.
Listen, Andromeles.
Oh, right. The throne of hell. I will let you pass, Citri. But your Vasilisa will have to face the tall house. Or turn back.
What was that you were talking about, black books?
Oh, everyone knows about black books. Yours is unique, of course. One of a kind.
How can we reach the throne?
Hell will lead you to it, my dear. If you pass my tall house, of course. Which path it will lead you to is for you alone to discover.
Aren't the aerial toll houses held by the angels?
Of course, by the angels, my dear, in the skies. I send my walkers to torment newly found clients.
You mean the deceased?
Right, right. I inspect their quality. If they have too many sins, then I grab their soul. But seeing as you are here, I won't let you go without a trial. Such is my profession. Theft is in my job description. I may be demoted otherwise, am I right, Citri?
We'll pass you anyway, you evil chort.
Right, right. But how?
I will add one more trophy to this pile of gold. Your demonic head!
A bold statement. Let's see if this book of yours will make a better trophy. Not bad for a thief.
You may know of my deeds, but not of my power.
Andromalius dissipates into a hideous cloud of sulfuric stench. A portal opens in place of his throne, through which you see a new landscape that is even darker and gloomier than what you've seen before.
Oh, what a beautiful place hell is when chaos reigns supreme. Don't you agree, my lady?
I don't know. All the sinners. I can't bear listening for their screams.
Even though they are devoid of heavenly grace, they found a shelter here in hell. And they are tormented most cruelly here, since we're in the domain of death herself. Chorts torture murderers, traitors, infidels, and other rebels here.
But why am I here? Among these wretches?
Who knows? Hell works in mysterious ways. I know one thing. The abyss will lead you to your goal.
Tell me how hell works.
I could explain it to you for ages, my lady, and still not tell you even a fraction of the whole truth. I know a lot being a spirit, but your mind simply cannot grasp this knowledge. Hell changes every moment, but only one thing stays the same. The torment of sinners devoid of forgiveness. Some demons heavenly delight in torture. For others, souls are just a form of currency.
Why are there some chorts here and others on Earth or with kolduns?
Some are sent to Earth as a reward, while others go to the same place but to kolduns as a punishment. Demons have their own hierarchy: peasants, workers, and nobles, just like mortal people. Some have their domain in hell, while others have theirs in the mortal world. We demons believe that world of man drowned in its sins long ago. As such, in essence, it is already ours.
Tell me about the abyss.
Hell is darkness. Hell is chaos. Hell appears as it wills itself, and doesn't have a firm structure. One might see it as a funnel with throne at its top. Some see it as circles or stamps floating in an endless darkness. Still, others see it as a series of endless caves burning with furious flame. But there is always someone with enough will to harness this power.
The dollhouse of murder is ruled by death herself?
Who else but her? Death knows the guilty better than anyone, since she is present wherever sin is committed.
Will she let me pass?
Death is a strange creature, worthy of the hellish unknown. Today her victims are old ones, tomorrow everyone, or only the sick or the young. So it is not my place to guess at her whims about you, a living sorceress.
Will this road lead us to death?
Correct. With it, we will get to her temple. She's the only one who can open the way further.
Let's not tarry.
I shall obey, my lady. Be strong. You are but steps away from your goal.
Mistress! Yes, you! Come to our cauldron.
Don't you forget, Chort, that I'm still alive.
No, not in the cauldron, but to the cauldron.
This feeble-minded spirit invites you for a small excursion into his domain. I believe he wants to demonstrate to you all his skill in the devilish arts of torture.
Yes, this demon speaks truly. Well-versed he is. Here, let me toss you a coin. We'll be waiting for you.
Please help me, good woman. Don't refuse. Here is a bit of gold for you. Everyone says that you are rich with knowledge. I'm taking an exam at a chort academy and have trouble with one question. What do you kolduns give away before passing into hell?
What do kolduns give away before dying? They give their chorts away with their book, or just with a touch. It happens in different ways.
Oh, right. Thank you kindly. I will be all right now.
Impenetrable gloom fills this region of hell, but it is often torn by a stray bolt of merciless fire. You hear savage howls and the thumping of thousands of demonic feet ahead of you. In the deep, thorny pits, demons are drilling their kin. In vain, they try to march in lines that will soon fall apart with such howls that your head is filled with tormenting pain. One of the would-be generals notices you and decides to test the skill of his subordinates, ordering a full-on attack. Chorts are scattering in fright, having learned the merit of your power. Some scream for mercy. Others flail their arms with a strange madness. Those soldiers that only watched the battle freeze in place. Each salute you in their own way. Some bow their monstrous heads or kneel. Others salute you with a shake of heavy horns. A winding path leads you to a huge grotto. Its walls and floor are dotted with pits, nooks, and crannies, all filled with cauldrons, boilers, and iron mechanisms where chorts are torturing souls of the screaming unfortunates. The terrible suffering of the sinners is so cruel that you involuntarily take several steps back. The familiar devil awaits. He bows and invites you for a little tour of his domain. Here you find every horror imaginable. Your guide relishes in the details of each torture while showing them to you. Here he adds some oil, there he turns the spit, and there he tightens the bolts on another of these disgusting mechanisms. He offers you to lend him a hand in this demonic art. Disperse, and you free some souls. They then start helping others. Prince Sitri only makes a helpless gesture. He thinks that all these efforts are useless, since hell will catch these sinners sooner rather than later. Chorts have built hideous squat barracks along the path. Slender rows of these buildings stretch all the way to a horizon dotted by black chimneys that are belching, reeking smoke. Everything around here is lined with fences and strange, thorny threads. Devils drive sinners from one barrack to another, and their hellish dogs torment the lingering unfortunates, killing their victims again and again. A group of chorts approaches you orderly, as though being a military squad. They are dressed in scraps of filthy uniforms and are marching awkwardly across the ground, drenched in the blood of hapless sinners.
And hut! Good day, Mistress Prince Sitri. You've come here on inspection, I presume?
I see that you found quite an impressive means of bringing your ideas to life.
What's going on here?
We are preparing for the 20th century.
If I may, my mistress, chorts are getting more and more discriminated when we talk about murder. You see, there is less and less violence in the world, unfortunately.
And this is why we've come up with the new ways of tormenting mortals. We're getting ready to train our agents.
Looks like some kind of a horrible labor camp.
Yes, ma'am. In these very camps, we intend to torment millions of souls.
Have you come up with a name already?
Yes, sir. Death camps.
I feel that this may be too blunt. How about labor camps?
As your Royal Highness commands.
You won't see such expanses of the abyss while traveling with ignorant guides like St. Nicholas, don't you think?
I haven't heard that there are fewer murders in the world of man.
Oh, but it's true, ma'am. This is the very reason that my colleagues are working on creating new ways to cause evil.
Oh, you should listen about all the wars that these clever chorts have planned.
How horrible.
Let me tell you, sir, ma'am.
Everything in its own good time. We're in a hurry now.
Agents that you talk about, these are the chorts that tempt people?
Yes, ma'am. There are several agents types. Type 1, corporal of the left shoulder. He sits on the left shoulder of a man. Type 2, fire colonel. Flies about as a fairy ball. Type 3, ladder major. He puts on the skin of a corpse and walks among men.
Come on, you will tire our magnificent guest.
Some of the recruits in these pits will one day become such an officer.
Some will mingle with men, maybe even lead them.
This can't be.
I've heard that a most peculiar mustache will become fashionable.
We have to continue on. As for you, I don't think that you need to kill so many men and devise such camps.
Why is that, ma'am?
How can I convince this Herod spawn that he should not create such chambers of torture? Don't you think that all these victims will become holy martyrs?
No, we haven't thought of that.
What a wise remark. You should work harder, lad.
Please spare me.
Your guide nods to the chorts standing nearby, and they drag their screeching leader to one of the barracks.
After you, my mistress. We should be on our way.
The trail winds along the bank of the flaming lake. The gloom parts before a strong heat, reeking of sulfur and filled with the unyielding screams of helpless sinners. When you adjust to the bright light, you are able to discern the orderly rows of demons that pass along souls to each other. Every chort has his own dreadful task, to cut, twist, or do other things better left unsaid.
Look closely, my mistress. Another innovation of death herself. Perpetual torture.
My lord.
Each demon has his own task, which he performs over and over again. Thus, each sinner is tortured by death with every way possible, and with proper diligence, not missing an inch. In the old days, we had to invent a special way of torture for each sinner. Now, everything is much simpler. It is said that the cauldrons will also receive similar treatment. You have no idea how hard it was to organize these lesser imps to perform their duties properly.
These poor people. How is this possible? Only demons could have invented something like this.
So, shall we continue our journey?
One more step, and a hateful, gaping portal reveals itself. It is a doorway to the halls of death itself, if the words of Citri are to be believed. Each footfall fills you with dread, and only the thoughts of proximity to your goal give you the strength to move forward. You descend lower and lower down the winding stairs, sensing the evil will of a creature devoid of life and earthly desires. A quiet spirit lives here, one waiting for its moment. Death itself is sitting on its throne, the enemy of humankind. Quiet rattling and the stench of decay are the unyielding allies of every spirit's word.
I've been waiting for you, Citri, and you, Vasilisa. I was expecting you to be much earlier.
Greetings to you, Death.
Weeks and weeks I was on your heels, sorceress, and yet you slipped away. But I am patient. Soon, very soon, you will be mine, and then... Look at these instruments. Oh, what a marvelous torture that will be. My demons will work on your body and soul when I'm done.
You'll never get me. Neither you, neither your chorts.
Few are those who have avoided my embrace. You think your book can aid you?
Death has a creaky laugh, like the scratching of nails on a coffin lid.
Why do you take people away? Leave us alone. Your work brings nothing but misery.
What a clever witch. You want to help humanity. But it is not my place to aid you in this matter. It is not I who made this world as such, but the Creator who willed it. You want to change the way things are. Be careful what you wish for, then.
Your demons. I've never seen anything like that.
It's merely my job. I am the mistress of a murdered tall house at the moment. And I'm very diligent. Everything you've seen, don't even think of telling this to anyone. You know how I love surprises.
I can ask the book for eternal life.
For a long, long time, this ancient artifact was absent from these halls. But you are not the first to wield it. Few kolduns avoided my embrace. You won't be among them either.
Maybe we will have a closer meeting soon, but not today. Either let me pass, or face the power of my Zagavars.
So brave. Weren't you terrified of me just moments ago? But I love a good struggle.
You sense that your victory is fleeting, so you step inside the portal that has just emerged behind the throne of the Grim Reaper.
So, here we are, our final resting station, my lady.
But I don't see the throne.
There is not much of a path left. After the Sinner's Forest, you will see the heart of the Abyss. I hope that you've seen with your own eyes. Known as the home of fallen souls and wretched ghosts, is really...
Much worse. I'm seeing such horrors for the first time.
But wait, my lady. As you might have guessed, we're not idling. We shall regain our former power yet. You'll see. Unfortunately, it is time for a farewell. Follow the trail. It was a great honor and even a bigger joy to guide you down these hellish roads.
An old, beaten road is winding among the swaying trees. You hear whispers amidst the branches, and with a start, you realize that hell has grown a grove of sinful souls. You quicken your pace, unable to withstand the mutterings filled with pain. The voices beg and demand, but their words are alien and incomprehensible.
wish, Satan. I've broken all of the seals.
Of course, the legend tells of a wish, does it not? I presume you suspect some kind of a trick. But don't worry, my sorceress. Simply say your wish to make it come true. Go on, do it.
I already know my beloved isn't here. You made old Igor do all these evil things. It's all your fault. But I won't back down. Even before you. I want my betrothed to be with me. I want him to be alive. Alive with me beside him. Free from both the torment of hell and bliss of heaven.
I like your style, Vasilisa. Let me fulfill your wish. Your betrothed is beside you already. Your betrothed is the Tsar of Hell and ruler of the Abyss. I am your those myths, legends, as fickle as sand on the shore of an endless ocean. I created the Black Book, Vasilisa. Right here in the halls of the underworld. When the rustle of pages fell silent, and my hand fell exhausted on this very analogion, a prophecy resounded. Whoever looks at this book in heaven, or on earth, or under the earth, and will break its seals, they then will among the flames will receive a worthy reward.
No! No, no! That is not the legend!
Who are you to doubt my words? Chorts heard prophecy and told kolduns about it. Thousands of years have passed. Do you think they remembered the prophecy accurately? But I am bewildered as well. I've been waiting for a friend and a comrade. Another prince in my kingdom of darkness. But now I've found a companion, a witch, with power yet unseen in both hell and the mortal world. Remember calling the merchants at Mikhail's crossroads. The merchant is here to collect his goods.
Never! All your tricks, omissions, and deceit! What else to expect from the Prince of Lies? I walk this road for a reason. You're just another chort in my way!
Isn't it too presumptuous, Vasilisa? Trying to oppose the very progenitor of evil?
I won't leave hell empty-handed. Let's see if there's a wish hiding under that serpent skin.
chosen well, it seems. Now place the book unto the Analogion to seal our union.
Never! Hateful serpent. I will be doing a great service to all of Russia when I let the Black Book consume your wretched spirit.
What? You foolish mortal! Do not try my patience.
I couldn't care less for your patience, you evil snake. Let's see if there's another seal hidden beneath your filthy hide.
Knows no bounds. You could have everything, but you get nothing.
We are not destined to be together, it seems. There is no wish. And you, Book. You bring only misery. I wish things were the way they used to be. I guess Grandfather wanted that as well. Oh, you can't turn back time. Satan said that he wrote the book in these very flames. The very flames that created all this power.
So that's the whole story. Whoever saw it, as saying lots of things. They say it was possible to look into hell itself at those crossroads. That is how Vasilisa disappeared. But then, at the old church in Piantek, a certain icon painter started living there. What was his name? Petrovich, was it? It was after the Red Army came. He started working on that icon. Something to do with hell. But he didn't manage to finish the drawing. It was empty. Weirder. I don't know about Vasilisa. They say a lot. What to believe and what of our jest? You know yourself, I think. Vilgort and Cherdin lived well afterwards. All of the kolduns were gone for some reason. Evil spirits were gone as well. All of them? Who knows? Some say that there are still shishigas in the deepest woods. But who knows for certain? Friends of Vasilisa? I know all about them. Petka began hunting different chorts and the kolduns that remained. Started smoking them out. I know about Akulina as well. She wanted to be a witch like Vasilisa, but then there was no time for sorcery. Married Petka. They lived well. Fyodor changed his life for the better. Went to Perm and played in the opera house orchestra. Had talent, that one. Nikolai lived well with his chort of a wife for a long time. Even the Soviets didn't hurt them, as if they had some kind of Zagavor protecting them. Karnish started living in his forest. They say he helped out the peasants. There was one story during the war he helped a guy. Ah, well, I'll tell it some other time. She also had a skull, if I remember correctly. People searched for it to bury, but it disappeared. No one knows where. Proshka disappeared. Cats. What can you do? That nobleman did a lot of good. Built hospitals and whatnot. I don't know what happened to him afterwards. The Bolsheviks killed him, I guess. And Yegor? They saw old Yegor in church often. He was praying for forgiveness. Maybe Vasilisa forgave him as well. Here he is, in the village photograph. He became strange, though. Always walked around with his head wrapped. And so, that is the whole story. Everyone here remembers it well to this day. Do they believe it? I don't know what to believe myself. Time flies, you know. It's not the same as it used to be in the days of old. I'm glad I told you all this before I forgot it. But it is late. It's time to say farewells.
We are not destined to be together, it seems. There is no wish. When you book, you bring only misery. I wish things were the way they used to be. I guess grandfather wanted that as well. But you can't turn back time. Satan said that he wrote the book in these very flames. The very flames that created all this power.
So that's the whole story. Whoever saw it, as saying lots of things. They say it was possible to look into hell itself at those crossroads. That is how Vasilisa disappeared. But then, at the old church in Piantek, a certain icon painter started living there. What was his name? Petrovich, was it? It was after the Red Army came. He started working on that icon. Something to do with hell. So he draws, and there is Satan, even fiercer than usual. I don't know about Vasilisa. They say a lot. What to believe? And what of our Uyezd? You know yourself, I think. Such is the story. There were fewer chorts in Vilgard for a time, but there were some for sure. Now you can't find that many. Although there is still something of that sort out there. Friends of Vasilisa? I know all about them. Petka began hunting different chorts and the kolduns that remained. Started smoking them out. I know about Akulina as well. She wanted to be a witch like Vasilisa, but then there was no time for sorcery. Married Petka. They lived well. Fyodor changed his life for the better. Went to Perm and played in the opera house orchestra. Had talent, that one. Nikolai lived well with his chort of a wife for a long time. Even the Soviets didn't hurt them, as if they had some kind of Zagavor protecting them. Karnish started living in his forest. They say he helped out the peasants. There was one story during the war he helped a guy. Ah, well, I'll tell it some other time. She also had a skull, if I remember correctly. People searched for it to bury, but it disappeared. No one knows where. Proshka disappeared. Cats. What can you do? That nobleman who was studying science created some sort of devilish devices all his life. I don't know what happened to him afterwards. The Bolsheviks killed him, I guess. And Yegor? Old Yegor stuck to his business as a koldun. Taught children how to read and write. Taught his evil knowledge as well, it is said. Brewed love potions for women as well. He became strange, though. Always walked around with his head wrapped. And so, that is the whole story. Everyone here remembers it well to this day. Do they believe it? I don't know what to believe myself. Time flies, you know. It's not the same as it used to be in the days of old. I'm glad I told you all this before I forgot it. But it is late. It's time to say farewells.
A winding path leads you to a huge grotto. Its walls and floor are dotted with pits, nooks, and crannies, all filled with cauldrons, boilers, and iron mechanisms where chorts are torturing souls of the screaming unfortunates. The terrible suffering of the sinners is so cruel that you involuntarily take several steps back. The familiar devil awaits. He bows and invites you for a little tour of his domain. Here you find every horror imaginable. Your guide relishes in the details of each torture while showing them to you. Here he adds some oil. There he turns the spit. And there he tightens the bolts on another of these disgusting mechanisms. He offers you to lend him a hand in this demonic art. Wild howls of the sinners nearby split the ceiling of the devilish grotto. You feel dazed by the sheer amount of suffering, but still continue. It was not in vain that you studied the Black Book. A grateful demon rips out the eye of one of the victims and gives it to you. It seems that the eye is still moving. Chorts have built hideous, squat barracks along the path. Slender rows of these buildings, devils drive sinners from one barrack to another, and their hellish dogs torment the lingering unfortunates. Chorts scatter in terror, breaking the fences and walls.
What about the wish, Satan? I've broken all of the seals.
Of course, the legend tells of a wish, does it not? I presume you suspect some kind of a trick. But don't worry, my sorceress. Simply say your wish to make it come true. Go on, do it.
I already know my beloved isn't here. You made old Igor do all these evil things. It's all your fault. But I won't back down. Even before you. I want my betrothed to be with me. I want him to be alive. Alive with me beside him. Free from both the torment of hell and bliss of heaven.
I like your style, Vasilisa. Let me fulfill your wish. Your betrothed is beside you already. Your betrothed is the Tsar of Hell and ruler of the Abyss. I am your betrothed.
What? I didn't wish for that.
Those myths, legends, as fickle as sand on the shore of an endless ocean. I created the Black Book, Vasilisa. Right here in the halls of the underworld. When the rustle of pages fell silent, and my hand fell exhausted on this very analogion, a prophecy resounded. Whoever looks at this book in heaven, or on earth, or under the earth, and will break its seals, they then will among the flames will receive a worthy reward.
No! No, no! That is not the legend!
Who are you to doubt my words? Chorts heard prophecy and told kolduns about it. Thousands of years have passed. Do you think they remembered the prophecy accurately? But I am bewildered as well. I've been waiting for a friend and a comrade. Another prince in my kingdom of darkness. But now I've found a companion, a witch, with power yet unseen in both hell and the mortal world. Remember calling the merchants at Mikhail's crossroads. The merchant is here to collect his goods.
I've learned so much in these 40 days. I've become stronger, wiser. I received good lessons from the Black Book, and I want to know more. But I don't think that you are my master. I have not yet reached the limit of my sorcery. I won't give up.
I told you that I liked your spirit, Vasilisa.
Bold words. But are you as strong as you are said to be? How about sealing our union with a dance? Let's see how good my new betrothed really is.
Not bad, not bad. Your lessons in black magic weren't futile after all. I've chosen well, it seems. Now place the book unto the analogion to seal our union.
So that's the whole story. Whoever saw it is saying lots of things. They say it was possible to look into hell itself at those crossroads. That is how Vasilisa disappeared. But then, at the old church in Piantek, a certain icon painter started living there. What was his name? Petrovich, was it? It was after the Red Army came. He started working on that icon. Something to do with hell. He's drawing it. And there is Satan's wife, seated beside him. Then they showed the icon in Vilgert, and they recognized her there. The spitting image of Vasilisa, I swear it. And what of our Uyezd? You know yourself, I think. In Vilgert, life was difficult back then. Even now, it isn't an earthly paradise, you know. The Reds destroyed the church. There was this famine. Oh, I hate to remember that. Friends of Vasilisa? I know all about them. Petka began hunting different chorts and the kolduns that remained. Started smoking them out. I know about Akulina as well. She wanted to be a witch like Vasilisa, but then there was no time for sorcery. Married Petka. They lived well. Fyodor changed his life for the better. Went to Perm and played in the opera house orchestra. Had talent, that one. Nikolai lived well with his chort of a wife for a long time. Even the Soviets didn't hurt them, as if they had some kind of Zagavor protecting them. Karnish started living in his forest. They say he helped out the peasants. There was one story during the war he helped a guy. Ah, well, I'll tell it some other time. She also had a skull, if I remember correctly. People searched for it to bury, but it disappeared. No one knows where. Proshka disappeared. Cats. What can you do? That nobleman who was studying science created some sort of devilish devices all his life. I don't know what happened to him afterwards. The Bolsheviks killed him, I guess. And Yegor? Yegor became even more of a lone wolf than before. It is said he remained a koldun, but lost his power along with his teeth. He died alone. Some sickness got him, it seems. And so, that is the whole story. Everyone here remembers it well to this day. Do they believe it? I don't know what to believe myself. Time flies, you know. It's not the same as it used to be in the days of old. I'm glad I told you all this before I forgot it. But it is late. It's time to say farewells.
Remember calling. The merchant is here to collect his goods.
Never! All your tricks, omissions, and deceit! What else to expect from the Prince of Lies? I walk this road for a reason. You're just another chort in my way!
Isn't it too presumptuous, Vasily-san? Trying to oppose the very progenitor of evil?
I won't leave hell empty-handed. Let's see.
Not bad. Your lessons in black magic weren't futile after all. Chosen well, it seems. Now place the book unto the Analogion to seal our union.
Never! Hateful serpent. I will be doing a great service to... I couldn't... Let's...
No bounds. Everything, get nothing.
We are not destined to be together, it seems. There is no wish. And you, Book, you bring only misery. I wish things were the way they used to be. I guess Grandfather wanted that as well. But you can't turn back time. Satan said that he wrote the book in these very flames. The very flames that created all this power. I've mastered all of the seals of the book. It is time to master the hell that made it.
So that's the whole story. Whoever saw it is saying lots of things. They say it was possible to look into hell itself at those crossroads. That is how Vasilisa disappeared. But then, at the old church in Piantek, a certain icon painter started living there. What was his name? Petrovich, was it? It was after the Red Army came. He started working on that icon. Something to do with hell. So he draws this icon, and there's a wench sitting instead of Satan on the throne. Then they showed the icon in Vilgert, and they recognized her there. The spitting image of Vasilisa, I swear it. And what of our Uyezd? You know yourself, I think. In Vilgert, life was difficult back then. Even now, it isn't an earthly paradise, you know. The Reds destroyed the church. There was this famine. Oh, I hate to remember that. Friends of Vasilisa? I know all about them. Petka began hunting different chorts and the kolduns that remained. Started smoking them out. I know about Akulina as well. She wanted to be a witch like Vasilisa, but then there was no time for sorcery. Married Petka. They lived well. Fyodor changed his life for the better. Went to Perm and played in the opera house orchestra. Had talent, that one. Nikolai lived well with his chort of a wife for a long time. Even the Soviets didn't hurt them, as if they had some kind of Zagavor protecting them. Karnish started living in his forest. They say he helped out the peasants. There was one story during the war he helped a guy. Ah, well, I'll tell it some other time. She also had a skull, if I remember correctly. People searched for it to bury, but it disappeared. No one knows where. Proshka disappeared. Cats. What can you do? That nobleman who was studying science created some sort of devilish devices all his life. I don't know what happened to him afterwards. The Bolsheviks killed him, I guess. And Yegor? Yegor became even more of a lone wolf than before. It is said he remained a koldun, but lost his power along with his teeth. He died alone. Some sickness got him, it seems. And so, that is the whole story. Everyone here remembers it well to this day. Do they believe it? I don't know what to believe myself. Time flies, you know. It's not the same as it used to be in the days of old. I'm glad I told you all this before I forgot it. But it is late. It's time to say farewells.